Page 74. Okay. First of all, we don't want this x, so I have to divide with x. And we don't want this y here, so I have to divide with xy. So divide with xy. Okay. The reason we divide with xy is we divide with y because we don't want any function of y here. And we dy by dx into we don't want anything in terms of x, so we divide it with that. Now it very easily see for this is a derivative, right? So we'll take log y as z. Okay, then this will be dz by dx. So we'll get dz by dx plus 1 by x into z equal to x e power x. So it is in the linear equation form, and our integration factor is e power integral p dx, which is e power integral 1 by x dx, which is e power log x, and e power log x is x. Integration is factor x now, so the solution will be now z into integration factor equal to integral q into integration factor into dx. Z is log y. Integration factor is x. Integral q x e power x into another x dx. Okay, this we apply by parts and we'll get the answer. So after this, if you want to do, it will be x log y. This is e power x into x square. 1 minute, I wrote only, this should be only e power x because x and y both now. So it is only e power x. This all only e power x. Sorry. So now when you apply by parts for this, x into e power x integral is e power x minus e power x into derivative of x is 1. That is x e power x minus e power x plus c. That is e power x into x minus 1 plus c. All right. Is it clear, 74? Once again, don't just copy. Please see what is it we are trying to do. This is not directly linear equation. So we won't take something as z to convert into linear equation. We don't want any function of y here. That's why we divide with y. And we don't want anything in terms of x here. Now in the place of y, something else is there, and its derivative is available here. Okay, so if you take this as z, this will be dz by dx. Now it is the standard integration factor model. That's what we do. Is it clear? Any doubt? Dx by dy plus x by y equal to x square. Okay, now see, it is not dy by dx here, it is dx by dy. Normally dx by dy, we should have px and q, where p and q are functions of y. This is some function of y, this is some function of y. That means here we don't want anything in terms of x here. Okay, so but we don't want this. One may say there is no function of y here. There should be function of y, but not there. No problem. One itself is a function of y. Convert into one. Okay. So this x square. Actually, of course, this question can be done much easier by some other way. Okay. What is that you do? Maybe I'll write it as method 2. Maybe I can do that first and then tell this method. In between, there are few questions which can be done with some techniques. We don't call any standard model, just depends on the question. For example, here, just to cross multiplication, we get y dx plus x dy by y dy equal to x square. You can send this one here. This is d of xy. This is x square y dy. Right? X dy plus y dx, can I write d of xy? Okay. This I brought this side. But if dy is there, I should have everything in terms of y. With x square, I cannot integrate here. Okay. Then what to do with this? I cannot bring x square here because whatever I have here, I should be in terms of x and y both. It should be in terms of xy whole square, sin xy, cos xy. Anybody want to give an idea? I don't want the x square here. I want, you can multiply with anything, divide with anything, I don't mind. I should have something in terms of xy here. And here only in terms of y. So with what set I should divide? X square. If I divide the x square by what is the benefit? Divide with x square, this will be gone.
Divide with x square, y square.
Yeah, divide with x square, y square. Y. When you divide with xy whole square, both sides, okay? I brought this one here and then divide the xy whole square. Here nicely x square will cancel, and here we'll get a function of xy. D of xy by xy whole square. Here x square will cancel, one y will cancel, 1 by y dy. Nicely you can integrate now. This is dt by t square. 1 by t square dt. What is the integral? 1 by t square dt. Minus 1 by t. So minus 1 by xy. 1 by x square integral is minus 1 by x. 1 by t square is minus 1 by xy. 1 by y is log y plus c. That's it, done. That is the answer, but we'll do other method anyway. They might have given this x that side or y that side. They gave cx or cy, one of them. Huh? Multiply with minus y. Okay. Then you will get 1 by x is equal to minus y log y minus cy. You can add minus cy plus cy. That is not a big issue. 1 by x equal to minus y log y. Option B. Okay. I will discuss other method of which is a Bernoulli's equation way. This is not the Bernoulli's equation way. This is only adjusting. Okay. Some questions you can find d of xy. Some questions you can find d of x by y. Things like that. Okay, I'm going to erase this, which is fairly simple. Okay, coming to the present model, as I said already, we want to have dx by dy plus px equal to q, where this is some function of y, this is some function of y. We don't want anything in terms of x, so divide with x square here. We'll get 1 by x square dx by dy. 1 by x into 1 by y is equal to 1. Now, if I take this as z, this will be dz by dy. Normal I should have x here, but some other function of y is there, so I should take that as z. 1 by x equal to z minus 1 by x square dx by dy is dz by dy. Okay, those are online. Is the board clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So this is going to be minus dz by dy. This is going to be z into 1 by y equal to 1. If I multiply with minus dz by dy plus minus 1 by y into z equal to minus 1. Okay, now integration factor we have to find. E power integral minus 1 by y dy. E power minus log y. If the minus goes inside, it will become e power log of 1 by y, which is 1 by. Okay, so now z into integration factor equal to integral q dy. So z into integration factor is 1 by y, q is minus 1 into 1 by y dy. Z itself is 1 by x, that is 1 by x. So 1 by x into 1 by y, this integral is minus log y plus c. This is why they brought here and they wrote 1 by x equal to minus y log y plus c. We got the same answer, but this is another way to do the same. Once again, I'm repeating. In IP, you have quite a bit of questions you have to do by yourself. That's why we're discussing all the questions in the class. Okay. Please don't neglect your work. When we discuss together, it appears things are easy. When you try on your own, you will know the problems. '77, I don't have to do the same as '74. 76. Okay. Anybody still doubt about 75?
No, sir.
No. Okay, 76. Looking at the question, anybody want to tell me what is the first step I should do? Yeah, we should take y minus x as some z or something or t or something because we have y minus x. So let y minus x equal to t. Then dy by dx minus 1 is equal to dt by dx. So if I can decide dt by dx plus 1, this is the question now, equal to 1 minus xt minus x cube t cube. Okay. Now it is Bernoulli's one. Now we have to see whenever one will cancel, which time I should bring this side. Should I bring this or should I bring this? I have two options. dt by dx plus xt is equal to minus x cube t cube, or dt by dx plus x cube t cube equal to minus xt. If it is this, I don't want any t here. Like earlier, I don't want any y here. Now I don't want any t. I have to divide with t cube. If it is here, I have to divide only with t. If I divide t cube, I'll get 1 by t cube dt by dx plus x into 1 by t square minus x cube. If it is here, 1 by t dt by dx x cube t square minus x. Now, this is not so suitable because if I take t square as some z, its derivative is not available here. T square is z means the derivative would have been 2t dt by dx. Okay. But coming to here, if I take 1 by t square as z, will it be derivative of that? Yes, 1 by t square derivative is minus 2 by t cube. Okay. So that's why we are not going to proceed with this. We are going to proceed. So whenever you have right side two things, that is some function of x into some function of y, some function of x and some function of y. Should we bring this one this side or this one this side? Anything. Try both, whichever works out. Okay. So coming to here, I have to take z here. So let 1 by t square let 1 by t square is equal to z minus 2 by t cube dt by dx is equal to dz by dx. Okay, so if I bring minus 2 that side, 1 by t cube dt by dx is minus 1 by 2 into dz by dx. So this will become minus 1 by 2 dz by dx plus xz equal to minus x cube. Obviously, this minus 1 by 2 would send the other side. Dz by dx plus minus 2x into z. I am multiplying with minus 2 plus 2x cube. Okay, now it is integration factor model dy by dx plus dy equal to q. So I have to find integration factor. Integration factor is e power integral minus 2x dx, which is e power minus x square. So now the solution here will be z into e power minus x square integral 2x cube into e power minus x square dx. I have to see how to solve that and then. Okay, how to solve this integral? Z into e power minus x square equal to, I think I better take minus x square or x square as t and apply by parts. If I take x square as t, 2x dx will become dt, or t or y. Okay, let x square equal to y. Based on that, it will become, or minus x square is y, it will become e power y. 2x dx will become minus dy, and one x square will be minus y with the minus dy. Because this will give us, this is minus x square equal to y minus 2x dx equal to dy. Okay, so how to do this integration? E power y into y. So you can write e power y integral is e power y into y minus e power y into derivative y is 1. This is e power y minus e power y plus c. that is e power minus x square. Y minus 1 means minus x square minus 1 plus c. Coming to z, what is my z? 1 by t square. So 1 by t square e power minus x square equal to e power minus x square minus 1 plus c. And what is t? First of all, t itself is y minus x. Okay, all right. So 1 by y minus x whole square. This e power minus x square, I can send that side. I'll get minus x square minus 1 plus e power x square. Okay. Multiply these two. This product is 1. You can write like that. Y minus x whole square c e power x square minus x square minus 1 equal to 1. Option D, I guess. So here lot of things are involved. First thing is taking y minus x as t. We used in the beginning after variable separable method. Okay, you have to get that idea first. After that, you have to understand it is not variable separable or any other thing. You have to use Bernoulli's equation method. Then decide which one is bringing to LHS is better. After that, you have to divide with the t cube and do all that. And then here you have to apply integration by parts. Okay, quite a few things are involved in this question. Anybody any doubt in anywhere, please feel free to ask. So you completed 77, you don't have to do, try 78. So Shikharan, you're writing notes, right? Understood? Try 78. Okay, 78. If I divide with dx, let me write dy by dx clearly. First of all, what it is, I will be getting y tan x. No, minus y secant x y square. Okay. The question was something else. Question was actually cos x dy is equal to y into sin x minus y dy dx. Sorry. I brought dx here and divide with cos x and splitted this separately. Now I have two options. Either I can bring this one here, this one here. Once again, two things. Dy by dx minus y tan x is equal to minus secant x y square, or dy by dx plus secant x y square is equal to y tan. If it is this, I don't want any function of y to divide with y. Then I'll get 1 by y dy by dx plus secant x y is equal to tan x. Not so good, because if I take this as z, there is no derivative of that. So let us not proceed. Here when I divide with y square, I'll get 1 by y square dy by dx minus 1 by y tan x is equal to minus secant x. Now we can easily see for 1 by y the derivative is 1 by y square. So obviously let you can take 1 by y as z or minus 1 by y as z. Then 1 by y square dy by dx will be dz by dx. Okay. So I'm not saying which one is better. I'm doing both. Either bringing this to LHS, this to LHS, and then dividing function of y in the RHS, whichever is more suitable. So now coming to this, this is dz by dx. This is tan x into z. This is minus secant x. The solution is z integration factor we have to find. E power integral tan x. What is the integral of tan x? Anything wrong? Fine. What is the integral of tan x?
Log mod sin x.
Log secant x. That will be secant x. So now the solution will be z into secant x integral minus secant x into 1 secant x. Z is minus 1 by y. So minus 1 by y into secant x minus tan x plus. That's it. What is y we took, or this answer? They might have brought this y that side and cancelled the minus or something. You'll get secant x is equal to tan x minus c into y. You can write plus c or minus c, not a big issue. Constant can be negative. Okay, so we're done enough of Bernoulli's equations. Okay, you have understood. You're writing notes, right? You're okay? Completed? Okay, now we are going to discuss another model called Claret's rule. Okay, this rule is not given in the exam that often. Okay, I can only remember one question in JEE advanced exam that too many years back, 20 years back, they gave only once. Okay, so but we don't know anything, so that's why we are teaching. Basically, what is this model? Let me tell you. Let's say I have y is equal to dy by dx into x. After that, you can have any function of dy by dx. I may have dy by dx whole cube plus some sine of dy by dx, something. This can be anything, but it should be a function of dy by dx. And only in terms of dy by dx. There should not be any x, y, and all in it. Dy by dx whole square, dy by dx whole cube, sine of dy by dx, e power dy by dx, something like that. If you have some expression in terms of dy by dx, what to do? Okay. This equation will have many solutions. Okay. Please remember, we are actually studying only differential equations of first order, first degree. That is, we'll have only dy by dx, no d square by dx square, not even dy by dx whole cube, things like that. Okay. But few questions of this type also can come. We'll also see how to solve few simple second order differential equations, some of them. Okay. Just to have an idea, but as such, we don't have in the syllabus. Now, coming to this, how to solve this is simply differentiate this once. This is already a differential equation, but differentiate once again. Okay. So what will happen to y? Dy by dx. Here product rule. Dy by dx into derivative of x is 1 plus x into derivative of this is d square y by dx square. Here something will come. Let me even not write this. Let me write f of dy by dx. F of dy by dx derivative will be f dash of dy by dx into derivative of that inner dy by dx is d square y by dx square. Now you see what happens. Dy by dx is getting cancelled. Here also d square y by dx square. Here also d square y by dx square. I can take common. So I'll get 0 equal to d square y by dx square into x plus f dash dy by dx. Okay. If product of two things is 0, either this is 0 or this is 0. This equal to 0 will have some solutions, but we right now will not focus on them. I'm not saying they're not the solutions. They are also solutions. But let us take this equal to 0, what happens? So d square y by dx square equal to 0. If d square y by dx square is 0, can I say dy by dx is a constant? Okay. Because the derivative. That constant, we're going to put it back here. In the place of dy by dx, you'll write c. Here also you write dy by dx as c. That is the answer. Y equal to cx plus f of c will be the answer. Okay. So whenever you have a question in the form of y equal to px plus f of p, what is p? Dy by dx. Instead of writing dy by dx, they are writing p. That's all. Then for this, many solutions may be there, but one obvious solution is y equal to cx plus f of c. Wherever p is there, write c. That's a constant. That is the answer. Why it came? Because we'll always get, when you differentiate this, d square y by dx square equal to 0, we'll get dy by dx is a constant, and we'll put back that constant. Okay. So in that way, you can actually very quickly complete this. Look at 80 question first of all. 80. Y equal to px minus p square plus 2p cube, where p is dy by dx. So remove p and write constant. What is the answer will come? Option B. Y equal to cx minus c square plus 2c cube. That's it. Okay. Coming to 79. What will be the answer? Option. Option A directly. Remove p and write c. Y equal to cx plus log. Okay. So instead of stating it as a formula, I just want to write solutions for them. Okay. Okay, all this theory is there. What is Claret's equation and how to this is derived in the beginning synopsis. That's why I'm not giving any notes as such. Coming to 79, y equal to px plus log p. Differentiate this. Okay. I am not going to use the Clairaut's rule, the whatever we already learnt it. I want to derive it. So dy by dx, I'm differentiating. Okay, by differentiating on both sides. This derivative p into derivative of x is 1, x into derivative of p is dp by dx. Log p derivative is 1 by p and derivative of p is dp by dx. This is also p. So I got p is, I don't have to write it. dy by dx and p will cancel. I'll get 0 equal to dp by dx common. I'll get x plus 1 by p. So I will get dp by dx equal to 0 or x plus 1 by p equal to 0. This means p equal to constant. This means p is equal to minus 1 by x. When p is constant, when I put it back, I'll get y is equal to cx plus log c. Okay. By putting it back from this. This one how to solve? Dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by x. This is a variable separable. Dy is equal to minus 1 by x dx. When I integrate it, I'll get y is equal to minus log x plus c. Okay. So I'm sure this also will be a solution. If you want, let us try. Let us substitute this back and see whether it will satisfy or not. What is this y? C minus log x. What is this one when you, what is the derivative dy by x will come? Obviously minus 1 by x will come. So when I multiply these two, I'll be getting log x by x minus c by x. What about log p? That is log of minus 1 by x. Okay, log p is log of minus 1 by x, which is not defined unless when x is negative or something like that. Just might I want to prove that this. Anyway, this is also okay solution. I want to know how this is a solution to that. So call 1 by p this side, take reciprocal, that's fine, and it's fine. Minus log x. Okay. Y I wrote c minus log x and the px. P is minus 1 by x, and I multiply. It's not px, sorry. I wrote py, it is wrong. What is px? I have to multiply this with x. So p is only minus 1. And the log p is log of minus 1 by x. So I think it will happen for a particular constant. I can find what is that c also. But for that, first of all, log minus 1 by x should be defined, means x should be negative. If x is negative, this will not be defined. There's a problem. Okay, in this particular case, this part of it may not give some solution. In some other question, this part of it also will give some solution. But this is one obvious solution in any Clairaut's rule kind of thing. One more important thing I want to say. Let us say I have a differential equation, some LHS equal to RHS. Okay. This is a differential equation. This is also in terms of dy by dx, this is in terms of some x, y, and all that. If I differentiate on both sides, like I have done here, differentiated on both sides, I will get some solution which may not be the solution of this. Why? If I add one extra 7 to it, when I differentiate on both sides, will there be any change? No. So when you are differentiating this, you should understand the solution that you get need not be solution of this. It may be solution of plus 7 here, plus 100 here, plus 1000 here, some other constant also. So whenever you differentiate an equation, don't necessarily think we are getting solution of that. We may get some additional solution also. Okay. But this is always solution you can take back. Okay. So there is no problem with this. This will get some solution after integrating further, but all will not be solutions of this. When you put it back, a particular C also can satisfy maybe. Okay. So you have to be a little careful with that. But this is one solution. Is everybody clear about 79 and the overall Clairaut's rule?
Yes,
If
sir.
you just want a blunt method, I can say remove P and write C. Okay, that's it. But why it is? Okay, 80 also you do similarly. I don't want to directly write the answer. Remove P and write C. You differentiate once and see what happens. Offline, everybody is clear? Claret's rule, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm arranging this. Okay, 80. Y equal to px minus p square plus 2p cube. You can differentiate by differentiating on both sides. dy by dx. Here p into derivative of x is 1 and x into derivative of p is dp by dx. Minus derivative of p square is 2p into dp by dx plus 6p square into dp by dx. dy by dx and p are same, cancel. I'll get 0 equal to dp by dx common, x minus 2p plus 6p square. So I'll get dp by dx equal to 0 or x minus 2p plus 6p square equal to 0. This also may have some solutions. Right now we are not focusing on this part. From this we'll get p equal to constant, and when you put that constant you'll get y equal to cx minus c square plus 2c cube. But once you understood, every time you don't have to repeat the process. Remove p and write c. Okay. So now only 3 things are left for me to discuss in differential equations. One is how to form differential equation, which is the very first exercise in IP. Here also the beginning question. Another one is what is order and what is degree, the definitions and how to find order and degree. And if you have material, all of you can take this page number 206 and 207. Okay, I gave a lot of formulas there, which are very simple, common sense. Inspection method. Okay, inspection method. X dy plus y dx, you can write d of xy. Dx plus dy, you can write d of xy. X dy minus y dx by x square, you can write d of y by x. So on, like different things. Okay. So some questions we don't use variable, separable, and all these things. We'll adjust such a way that one of these comes. Okay, like one question I showed you already. I'll show you some more questions and where we'll use that. But after discussing how to form differential equation and all, I can show you some questions where I'm going to use these things. 100, 101. Page number 222. If we take 99, 100, 101, these are the questions where we'll just adjust the question and we'll do it. Okay. Even what we've done already in variable, separable, and some other here and there few questions also can be done by this, just manipulating the what is gave. Okay. That is just like trial and error only. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, let us see how to form differential equation. So forming differential equation is our topic. Okay, so till now we are only solving differential equation. Okay, of course mostly we solved first order, so our solutions include a C. For example, I'll take a very simple example. You take y equal to 7x plus c. Right in the first class I said a differential equation will represent a family of curves, not one curve. Okay. For example, this As you change C, you'll get parallel lines. So this equation represents a family of parallel lines. But same thing, if you want to write in differential equation, it is dy by dx equal to 7. Right? Okay. Dy by dx equal to 7, when you will get this. So this will also represent parallel lines. When you are, this is a constant, but it is a variable constant. What do you mean by variable constant? You are saying the word constant, and again you are saying variable. Okay, what it is. In this, as you change C, you will get different members in this family. It is a constant. For each member of the family, it is constant. But if you take the total family, that constant keeps changing. Sometimes two things can change. For example, if I take y is equal to 5x square plus 7x plus c, as c changes, it's a family of parabolas. Okay, but a lot of things about parabola may be common. But if I take 5x square plus bx plus c, where b is also variable, c is also variable. Okay, this family may be included in this. When I take b equal to 7, I include that family. But when I take b equal to 2, b equal to 3, b equal to 9, c equal to different other things. Okay. So this differential equation will have, for example, you differentiate it, you will get dy by dx is equal to 10x plus 7. This is a differential equation. Okay. But for this is not the differential equation. When I differentiate, I'll get dy by dx is equal to 10x plus b. Still, something is changing. When I say differential equation, in that I should not have any variable constants. So I should differentiate till I can avoid all the variable constants. So even this b has to be avoided. So it is d square y by dx square equal to 10. Okay. So whenever you have to eliminate one variable, you will get differential equation of first order. Okay. But when you have to eliminate two variables, obviously you have to differentiate twice. Okay. So one simple blunt rule, they will give you a family of curves equation which will have one variable or two variable or three variable or five variables, doesn't matter. If it is one variable, you have to differentiate only once, and after that somehow eliminate the constant. Here I could eliminate the constant in just one go only. Every time I may not be able to do that. For example, I will tell x square by 7 plus y square by 9 minus equal to 1. Only one variable c. But if I differentiate this, c will not go. Doesn't mean you will keep on differentiating it. No. You take the derivative and this equation and then somehow eliminate c. Okay. So sometimes eliminating c is very easy. Just differentiate, it will go. But sometimes you have to differentiate that equation, this equation, you have to carefully combine so that c will be completely eliminated. So the thing is, one constant means differentiate only once. If you have to eliminate two constants, differentiate twice. If you have to eliminate three constants, differentiate thrice. And then how to eliminate those constants and get the final equation. Okay. So for example, here when I differentiated twice, I directly got d square by dx square equal to 10. Some other case I may not get that. For example, if I take y is equal to 7x plus a e power 2x plus b e power 3x. And I say that a and b are variables here. I know how to differentiate twice, but doesn't mean if I differentiate twice, this a and b will be eliminated. They will not be eliminated. So I have to take this equation, first derivative and second derivative, and carefully combine, add them, subtract them, do something so that a and b will get eliminated. How to do that, we will discuss tomorrow. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.